Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So today's upload, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about the pattern, the long range outlook. And there's a lot of things that are going on. A big pattern change potentially next week. We could be looking at more and more Arctic outbreaks, more and more cold air coming in. This is like an example of hour 168, hour 186. I mean, we could be seeing frost down into central Indiana, central Illinois. Very unique and almost rare. Almost some historic events. There could be some big snowstorm potentially this week or next Friday. Today's Friday, next Friday. So this is very interesting information that we're getting from the models, and we all have to break it down. So consider subscribing to this channel, guys. Consider liking this video. It really helps out a lot. It's a red subscribe button if you are not subscribed. And if you watch these videos and you're not subscribed, you know, that's okay. But just really consider doing that. Really consider subscribing. It really means a lot, and I take it to heart, each subscriber. So thank you for that. So right now we're looking at the GFS model run. You can see there's going to be a system moving across the plains through this Saturday and Sunday. This one's going to be all rain all throughout. You can see it's going to bring in some rain to the Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota area, and also down into further south like Illinois and Iowa as well. But Wisconsin also seeing some rain from this. This moves through. No big rain really after the, or no big rain from this system. The only thing that will be pretty significant is this cool down that happens after it. Look at that. It's looking pretty significant. If you look at that 540, it is the 540 line, sorry about that, the 540 millibar thickness line is right there, and that is a 32-degree line in terms of frost, and usually they give out frosted freeze advisory a little bit out ahead of it. So this is Monday night. Let's go to the 2-meter temperature shaded, and you can see that 40s and 30s across much of the Midwest, very chilly. Also, if we go back to the MSLP and precip, we notice that there's a big cold front with some heavy rain possibly across the Mid-Atlantic, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, and then this moves on into the Northeast. So I know many locations have been dry, so now they'll be getting a little bit more rain, so that's good news. But then notice by Wednesday and Tuesday we have this upper disturbance in the north coming from the north. The northern piece of energy from this system is moving through the south and through Montana from Canada, and this sets the stage for a strengthening low pressure system across Colorado, which picks up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. You can see right there, and this is next Thursday, so a week from yesterday, we could be seeing snow breaking out across much of South and North Dakota into Minnesota. This has also a very strong front behind it. Look at that. That is freezes and frost, the 540 line right down there. Very chilly air for this time of the year, October 10th. And notice it's just a classic storm, very powerful. It has a C comma shaped storm behind, or the snow. You can see it's kind of like it's like in a C basically. That's where blizzard conditions occur, very strong winds and just heavy snow overall. And notice how there's no snow for the Illinois or Wisconsin area, but definitely snow for the Wisconsin, Minnesota, and UP of Michigan. And if we look at the temperatures behind this, I mean, you can see that they're going to be very chilly, extremely chilly, in fact. Look at that right there. 20s and teens across much of the northern plains and Montana area and Wyoming area. And then look at that, getting very chilly. This is Saturday morning. You can see 20s, upper 20s, lower 30s across a good chunk of the Midwest. Then this is Sunday. Sunday morning right here. You can see chilly, very chilly, 40s and 30s down possibly to Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. So you're definitely going to get a taste of this. And just a heavy snow producer for the areas that do see the snow. Let me show you the total snowfall accumulations. Look at that. That is impressive for October 14th. That is very impressive. You can see this is October 14th, Monday, and this is not just one model run showing the snowstorm. They've been very consistent with this, especially a GFS model. And notice how they put out a crap ton of snow across I don't know what provinces is, but north by James Bay to the west of James Bay. But notice how across Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan, UP of Michigan, very heavy snow, up to 6-7 inches of snow, which may not seem like a ton, but it definitely is. It's definitely out for this time of the year. And let's go back to the MSLP and precip and see what happens afterwards. So we have that system, very strong. Notice how it kind of dissipates though once it reaches James Bay. That is James Bay right there. And James Bay is where polar bears live, just to give you perspective. So that is quite a distance. And then notice how we get into more maybe a brief warm up. We see this by a ridging pattern. We could see some warmer air. If we were to go to the 2-meter temperature anomalies, we'd see warm colors. Yep, very easy to tell off the MSLP and precip. But then we see another blast of chilly air coming in. This model run is still progressing, or still coming in, still loading, the newest one. So only goes up to 3 hour 306, but you could see right there it has a big chill behind it. And if we were to go to the 2-meter temperature anomalies, it would have blue colors, and then again, yes, blue colors, but out ahead of it, pretty warm temperatures. But still, look at that. I want to show you the first one in terms of temperature anomalies. Look at that. That is just so chilly. I mean, that is way below average. And look, it gets down way to the south. And this is what I mean, guys. This is why it could be a reoccurring pattern throughout winter. Because if we get this type of setup during the winter in January and February, this would be a polar vortex for Midwest and Northern Plains, no doubt about it. I mean, these locations would be witnessing probably -10, -20 if this was equivalent of this below average in January. And the South would be experiencing probably, 30s, 40s, 30s during the day, 20s during the night, but also maybe possibly some snowstorms could be occurring with time. Just look at those anomalies. That is just a huge air mass right there. Look at that, all those pinks and purples. And then again, like I said, we get a little bit more of a warmer pattern from around late Monday through the midweek Wednesday, and then this model run only goes out to 306. But if you go to the older one, you could see that they're also advertising for that warm up around the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. But then we see another cool down, and this one's also significant and actually centers itself across more of the Georgia, Florida area. So if you live in the South and you're experiencing warmer temperatures, get ready. The chill is on its way, and the model runs are becoming more and more consistent. At the beginning, they had trouble picking this up. Only a couple were showing out, some more and more. It was kind of a weird scenario, if you will. It was like one at the beginning, then more and more started joining into the colder side of the modeling, and now it seems way more than previously expected joined in. The European is also showing this. Let me show you this. You can see this is through this weekend, Monday, pretty nice dip. Then we see that big snowstorm. You can see right there has that storm system. Here's that cold, chilly air. And then again across the south, potentially some cooler air signified by this. So very, very interesting in my opinion. Let's go to the GEFS, which is the GFS ensemble models. You can see they have that first cool off. Well, first they have that cool off that's going on right now across the country. Friday, really, I mean, it's a small cool off, but it's not even really picked up by the GEF ensemble. So you can only imagine what's gonna happen when this wave comes through. And when this bad boy comes through, you could see, again, pretty chillier air. And then in the long range, they're showing, again, chillier air setting across the east, southeast, which, again, would be along with my predictions, like I called. You could see a ridge in the west and a dip in the east. And this, you could see, would bring cold conditions across this area and slightly warmer across these areas. Quite a bit, actually, warmer if you go down towards the southwest. But very interesting, kind of breaking news, if you will, because the models are, I mean, at this point, it's just solidified. We are looking at, this chill. At the beginning, the CPC, Climate Prediction Center, was showing still warm colors because they haven't picked up on it, and usually the Climate Prediction Center, doesn't really go as quick as the models in terms of their updates. So they are more conservative always, but look, they've switched to a blue color, blue temperature, or below average temperatures, and look, possibly chilly across in the central U.S., and the west and the east and the southeast are warm. Let's go to the 6 to 10 day outlook. I mean, you can see it very, very chilly. So possibly some very, very cold air coming in for the U.S. So we're done with the warmth. That is a thing of the past, guys. If you still have, tomatoes that haven't ripened or any type of crop, you may want to put that to sleep soon, because if you don't, Mother Nature will, and in a big fashion. I mean, frost will kill anything like pumpkins, tomatoes, squashes, all of the tender, the not hardy vegetables. apologize. My clock is, it's like a Christmas clock, and it always goes off each hour, and it plays a little Christmas tune. So that's why you're probably hearing this if you're still watching at this point. If you're still watching the video at this point, comment down below big, like blast of air, or like big blast of air, just that. And I want to see if anyone actually still watches this far out, because I would be actually really surprised. And that's how I know you're a super fan. And I'll genuinely respond to each comment with you know, I will 100% respond if you put that down. So basically that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all guys on the next episode. See ya. Bye.